Hey, welcome to The Explainer. We often think that to be a powerful communicator, you need this huge, impressive vocabulary. But what if the exact opposite were true? Today, we're going to dive into the hidden power of simple words and a system that was built to unlock it.
So let's just start with a question. I want you to forget about the entire dictionary for a second. Just to get your point across clearly and effectively, day in and day out, how many words do you think you really actually need? A few thousand? 10,000 maybe?
Well, the answer is probably going to surprise you. It's 850. That's it. This is the core number behind a really fascinating idea called Basic English, which is a simplified version of the language, designed to be super easy to learn and use.
Okay, so let's get into this. The secret here isn't just about having fewer words. That's the easy part. It's all about choosing the right words. This list of 850 was so carefully picked to be like a small but incredibly powerful toolkit, giving you the most communicative punch with the fewest words possible.
And to really see how this works, we're going to do a little case study. We're going to put just one of these workhorse words under the microscope to see how much heavy lifting a single simple word can actually do. And here it is. Our word for today is from. Think about it. It's a word you probably use dozens of times a day without a second thought. But it's a true unsung hero of the English language, connecting ideas in all these essential ways. And don't be fooled by its size, this little word has some serious credentials. Not only is it a cornerstone of that Basic English 850 list, but it's also one of the top 1,000 most frequently used words in the entire language. This word absolutely pulls its weight.
So, let's break down its first big job. The first role that from plays for us is to signal a source, especially when something is being given or sent by a person. It's a really beautiful, simple concept, right? From creates this direct link between an object and where it came from, in this case, a person. It instantly answers that question for us. Who gave it? Just look at how it works in a real sentence. I got a gift from my grandmother today. In that one little phrase, that tiny word from does all the work. It establishes the act of giving and the whole relationship between the gift and the grandmother. It's so simple, so clear, and so efficient. Okay, so let's move on to its next job and see how this builds on that core idea of an origin. This kind of flexibility is exactly why a word like this makes the 850 word list. It's not just about who gave you something. It can also be about where you started a journey.
So right here, the word expands its duties from people to places. It can mean your hometown, your country, or just the room you were in 5 minutes ago. It's all about marking the beginning of some kind of movement.
And you hear this all the time, right? The word from instantly creates this little mini-story. It tells us exactly where the speaker's journey began, which explains their arrival. It's the anchor point for their entire story in that moment.
Now, this is where it gets really powerful. See, from doesn't just work with places you can actually touch. It lets us map out totally abstract things like distance and time. It actually becomes a tool for measurement.
And this is where you really see the word's incredible flexibility in action. It takes that concrete idea of a starting point and just applies it to everything, from the distance between two cities to the entire length of a historical period.
Think about a sentence this simple. School is 5 kilometers from my home. That one word, from, establishes my home as point A. It creates the entire framework we need to measure the distance to point B. It's just unbelievably efficient.
Okay, so we've looked at its 3 main jobs, as a giver, as a starting point, and as a tool for measurement. What's the big takeaway here? What can we really learn from this deep dive into just one word, from?
Well, it tells us that the real genius of Basic English isn't just about using fewer words, it's about choosing incredibly flexible words. A single word like from can stretch and adapt to cover dozens of different situations. And that's how 850 words can be enough to express almost any complex idea. You just need the right toolkit.
So here's a final thought I want to leave you with. As you go about your day, just start to notice the small words you rely on without even thinking about it. Words like to, with, on, or have. What other simple words are the quiet, powerful engines that are actually driving all of your conversations?